great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? That's Mr. Rogers. Have you guys, I guess that's all before your time. When I was a kid, Sesame Street, Electric Company, Mr. Rogers, all on PBS. That was before the Muppets. That was just when we had Sesame Street. But Mr. Rogers was a very kind man from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He started a show, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, on the local PBS affiliate. It got picked up all around the country. Mr. Rogers, if you haven't seen the documentary about Mr. Rogers or the movie where Tom Hanks plays Mr. Rogers, highly recommend, especially in the times we live in where people don't really care that much about their neighbors. And that's one of the things I've really liked and enjoyed about Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, is he really frames things as neighbors. And I think if we think about immigrants as new neighbors or potential neighbors, I think that's a really nice way to think about people. How would we treat neighbors? How would we want our neighbors to treat us? I think this world could be a much nicer place if Mr. Rogers and his approach were in charge instead of what we got now, this divisiveness, this meantime. I know you guys aren't that old, Shauna. I know I'm old. I'm 53 years old. I'm going to be 54 next month. Can you believe it? Shout out to all the Virgos and big ups to all the Yardies. How's everybody doing today? Good to see everybody. Cleon is here. Samarpan's here. Ali says hello. Emmanuel, Samita, Rafag, Creaky Bones, of course. Robert's here. Nurse Laura's getting her hair did. And JD's here. MDDS all the way from Qatar. Julian, Ali, Saya, Umaru from Yuma. Do you guys do Wordle? I would love to do Wordle with Umaru from Yuma. And Zubairu. There's just a lot of good letters in there. That would really be hard on Wordle to get Umaru's name if they did proper names on the Wordle. I love Wordle. I do Wordle every morning. And sometimes I get really mad when, what the heck, JD remembers my birthday. How about that? I remember Pineapple Lemon, was that his name? Yeah, Pineapple Lemon went we had some connection with my birthday. Princess Lizzie's here. Young Ring is here. Hi there. Julian is 40, and Julian remembers Mr. Rogers. So I'm not that old. All right. The waiting room is full. Can you believe it? We just started, and the waiting room is full. We better get to it. Let's go to MN, speaking of Minnesota. Hello, MN.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm from Boston.
How you doing?
Yeah, fine. How are you?
Great. How can I help you?
Yeah, this is my I'm from India. After marriage, I came here on H4 visa, and which was valid till 2023. But in my life, a lot of mess happened during pandemic, so kind of restraining orders and all. So I was out of home, but I'm thankful to this great country first of all because lawyers and people, and as you said, neighbors, like everybody was so helpful and kind, and it gave me hope and second chance. So after that, I got legal work permit ID called I-765V, which is valid till 2025. So then I kept my efforts and I got job and I was doing great. But yesterday, my immigration lawyer told that I crossed that 180 days bar. So even though I get any legal status like H1 or if I go to college, it's going to be a big difficulty. And she said something like litigation and waivers and all. So I found you in online. I just called you up to get a private appointment, but they said, no, you have a live show and join. So I'm glad I'm here.
Well, I'm glad you're here too. So you entered on an H4. Are you still married to the person that has the H1B or no?
Legally married, but he left the country. and he made my, like, divorce is still going on. Soon it's going to finalize.
So what's your plan? You're not you don't have a
Mm.
real plan to stay. I don't know what you're thinking.
My plan is like, I have a child actually who was born here, citizen. She was like young. She's going to like second grade this year. So like I worked on EAD for 4 years, like 3 years, and my plan is either to get H-1B visa, that is lottery, or else student F1 to stay in this country. Yeah,
But your lawyer's right. You don't have any status right now because your spouse left. So none of
yeah.
that you can't do any of those things.
Uh, I can do, but yeah, if I have to face the embassy. But technically, I'm staying legally and working legally because I got that
I don't know that
I-76.
that's true. I don't know that that's true. I think that as soon as your spouse left the country,
Hmm.
your H4 at some point is going to become invalid if it's not already. I think it probably is invalid. I think that's what your attorney was trying to tell you.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was expired in 2023. Yeah.
right. So right now you don't have any status and you're accruing what's called unlawful presence. So
Oh.
you can't like get an F1, you can't get a green card. The only thing that would keep you here is if you were divorced and married a US citizen, not to be able to stay here, but because you were actually in love with them. Your child can't help you until they're 21. So as of right now, you don't have much. You should probably
Mm.
think about going back home.
So even with litigation, nothing will help. That's it. It's,
Litigation?
yeah, like waiver and litigation experts, she mentioned that they can file and they can like explain what's going on. But no.
No, I don't think that's going to work. I mean, tell them to put it to you in writing, but I don't. I mean, I
Mm.
do. Our office probably does more litigation than just about anybody, but you can't
Mm.
litigate your way into having a case. You can't litigate your way into a green card. You have to have a legal path.
Mm. I
You're on an
understand.
H4 that you're on an H4 that was dependent on somebody else's H1B, and they've abandoned you, and divorce is underway. So, I don't
Mm.
think there's. I don't think. I think you need to
Mm.
start thinking about going back home because you're not going to be able to change to anything legal here unless, like I said, you got married.
Oh, no, that should not be the case. As you said, if I really love and respect somebody and if it is mutual, then yeah, but not on immigration basis.
Yeah, but that's all you have. That's literally all you have because anything else, the overstay won't be forgiven, and you're going to be up against it because you
Mhm.
entered on H4 based on marriage to one person, then you were out of status. Then when you get married, they think you're doing that, even if it's really for love. Even if you do that, they're going to think it's just to solve
No,
immigration.
No, that's not in my option. If nothing happens, then I can go back and thankful to whatever America has offered. And with confidence, I'll go and rebuild my life in my country. Yeah, if
All
that's
right. Well,
the.
good luck, my friend. Good luck.
Huh?
Good luck.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Yeah, bye bye.
All right. Started off with a sad case. Hopefully, Jonathan's got some good news for us. Hello, Jonathan.
Hi there. Yeah, a little bit better. Oh, sorry, it's so dark. So you helped me a couple months ago with a question, and now Amy is here. She passed her interview on K-1 visa. And we've
Nice.
just been married in America, so we're legit.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. So we're doing the adjustment of status right now, and just a couple of quick questions.
Did she come on a fiance case?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And so the first one is just we're doing 485 and the accompanying documents.
Yep.
So we did Social Security card already, but they had to take her name off of her I-94.
Yeah.
And it's a little messed up because in her passport, her middle name is in front of her first name, and they had to copy it just like that. So Social Security was able to put my family name, she took my name, but they couldn't change that. Can I change that how I want on those forms?
So I wouldn't have messed around with Social Security. I would have waited until you applied for the green card.
Yeah.
And when she applies for the work card, which you definitely should do, they'll throw in a Social Security card for free. There's nothing else you have to do. And then everything would have lined up. So I would sort of forget the Social Security Administration for now. I would start the green card process, apply for an EAD. And when you apply for that EAD, check the box that you want a Social Security card. You can put in the number that you have, but hopefully they'll get it all to line up. But you need to focus on the immigration piece. The social security number, that's for later.
Okay. Well, we already got it. So, but
Yeah.
you're saying check the yes box that I want them to give me one?
A card, and then tell them what her number is.
Okay. Even though we already have a number?
But you said it has the name that you don't want on it, right?
Right.
So I would use that as an opportunity to try to get it with the name that you want. And then if not, once her EAD comes, then try to clean it all up, or just wait until she becomes a citizen to clean it all up.
Okay. But as far as cleaning it up, can I just try to clean it up on these initial forms how I want? Or do it because it
With the
doesn't?
Social Security Administration?
No. With the 485 and
on the forms, put everything the way you want it, and then hopefully the work card comes with that name, and then maybe you get lucky and damn it, my phone's going off. And the Social Security, they send you a new Social Security card with the right number.
Okay. But do you think I need to put a note in or anything because it won't quite match her I-94? How I want to put her name in?
No.
Okay. Good. And then the other quick question is, so do you know anything about the 693 medical exam type stuff?
Sure.
Okay, so since she's on K1, she did the medical exam in Vietnam, but there were 2 vaccines that are, multiple courses that she still needs to complete. Do you know if I'll need to make an appointment with a civil surgeon to do that?
So the medical, getting them to pay attention to the medical exam from the fiance case is always pretty tricky. So, it's 50-50 whether they give it any credence at all. So I would make sure to I would go ahead and spend the money on the civil surgeon if you can afford it, because it's going to make your case go much faster.
Okay.
If you're going back and forth with them about whether or not she needs to complete a vaccine cycle, and you're doing that without the backing of the civil surgeon, it's just going to slow everything down. And I'm talking 6 to 12 months. So to me, it'd be worth it to pay the doctor to bring the record she has from the medical vaccine stuff she started, get them to finish it and certify the medical exam, and then just submit that sealed 693.
Okay. And do you think I should do that with the 45, or can I wait and send that later?
Yeah, I would do it. I mean, unless the civil surgeon says, first of all, call around and see how fast everybody can do it. Yeah. But I think you're much better off. That's a good question. Much better off doing the 693 with the original submission.
Okay. Well, that's it then. Thank you.
Cool. Good luck.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
You got it. Bye, Jonathan. All right. We got Marlene in the house. What up?
Oh, thank God you choose me. So I'm a little upset because my husband got denied adjustment of status.
Yeah.
Because immigration, USCIS respond that we abandoned the case, even though we hire a lawyer to submit our response. This lawyer did nothing from the beginning. It was a nightmare. We only saw this lawyer the day we signed the contract, and we paid him. We never saw him again, even though we have back and forth, like requesting to see him. To be sure, we received yesterday the decision that we did not send this request. This response, which is I did my hardship letter. My son is a
Oh, we lost Marlene. Marlene's been out of shape. That lawyer sounds like he didn't do a good job. We'll have to come back to old Marlene. Let's go to have a hard question. We like those here. It's over there. Go ahead, have a hard question. You're on mute.
Oh,
go ahead. Hi.
How you doing, Jim?
Great. Thank you.
I'm from Belize, and I missed you when you were in Belize, man.
Oh, sorry. Oh, we had a lot of fun in Belize.
Yeah, I wish I would have caught up with you. I would have increased that fun by 20%. I have a friend of mine that he filed for his wife and his stepdaughter. He just got transferred to the NBC. But he's telling me when he went into the portal that it seems like he only had to pay for one affidavit of support. Is that true?
So is he a U.S. citizen or a green card holder?
U.S. citizen.
Yeah, usually you pay when you do a kid with a parent. You usually do 2 immigrant visa fees and 1 affidavit support fee. That's not unusual.
Okay, and then the next thing is that, but does he need to have separate affidavit support for each one uploaded?
No.
Just the one form?
Yep.
Even though he said when he looked at the form don't ask for the name of the stepchild at all. He only did it for his wife, but that form doesn't have no spot to say what's the name of that stepchild.
Yeah, that's okay. They have that in other places.
Oh, so they'll link it together. So the one you have to upload. So upload the same one into each portal. Okay.
If they ask for it, yeah.
Okay. And last question is another friend that's not a friend of a friend that's they're doing the special people that have good that what's the term? Okay, I just went blank.
That's okay.
He's applying for a green card based on his professional as an artist. I forgot what the name of the green card is.
National interest waiver?
Not a waiver. It's gosh. You pay extra money to expedite it. They do it in 15 days and give you a decision.
Premium processing?
Premium processing, yes, but the green card he's applying for is one that allows you to migrate based on your best in your country and you're coming.
Exceptional ability.
Exceptional ability.
EB1 without an
EB1. Gosh, how could I just slipped my mind? EB1. Applying for EB1. So after that, if that get approved, do they have to go through the whole consular processing too? And does he have to do affidavit support showing financials?
Not affidavit support. Is he in the United States?
No.
Yeah, he has to go through the NBC and do all DS-260 and all that stuff.
But not an affidavit support.
Right.
Oh, great. All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Jim. That's it.
Those weren't hard. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.
Yeah, for sure. All right. We got Adil. Hello.
Hey, Jim. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good. I just have a quick question. When you're sponsoring your brother, and he's married, and say have kids, so do I just sponsor my brother and in the application his family comes along with him, or do I have to pay for his wife, his kid, and his fees, or is it one fee?
You're talking about for the I-130?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll just file one I-130 for them, and then you deal with all the family stuff years from now when you see who's eligible and who's still married and all that stuff.
Oh, okay. So right now, if I have 2 brothers, so one is married, both of them are married. One of them have 2 kids. So I'm basically putting filing for 2 brothers, right? That's it, and just put in family information.
List them all on there so they're all included. But yeah, you don't have to do a separate I-130 for each person.
Cool. Thank you. That's about it. You're the best.
Bye, see you, buddy. Oh my gosh, you guys, you won't believe what happened to me the other day. I haven't told you this story, but maybe I shouldn't. Well, I was talking to someone who's thinking about hiring us, and they were, it was on a Google Meet. Like we do Google Meet, we don't use Zoom. And they needed to show me their document. So they showed me their document, and they had never used Google Meet before. And when they were done showing me the document, they turned off the document, and there was some porn on the screen while I was talking to this person. I was like, oh, I didn't expect to see that today. So that was quite a surprise. I thought you guys would like that story. It was quite strange. But these things happen. What are you going to do? People like that porn. I don't know. What's going on? True Wisdom 13. How you doing? Hello. Oh, are you there? All right, Daniel, what you got?
Hi, how's it going? I just have a quick question pertaining to a girl I'm dating. Yeah, she just filed jointly in June, And if you could take me off camera, sorry.
You already are off camera.
Thank you. Yeah, she just filed jointly in June, but she's prepared for an uncontested divorce. So I'm wondering, how should she get the timeline right in terms of preparing for withdrawing the jointly filed, submitting a 751 solo?
Okay, so we need to back up, my brother.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so there's this person that you like, right?
Right, that I'm dating, correct.
You're dating, and they're not a U.S. citizen.
They have their green card through right.
Right.
How do you say, conditional green card?
And so they're married to person X, right?
Correct.
And their jointly filed 751 has been on file for how long?
I believe about 3.5 years.
What?
No, excuse me. Hold on. Since 2024?
That's this year.
Yeah, June. It just was filed in June of 2024.
Okay. And the Mr. or Mrs. X signed that, right?
Correct. They just filed jointly in June.
But now this person wants to get divorced and hang out with you?
Well, no, unfortunately, we were already dating. She was already, kind of separated from this person. And according to her legal advice and what she had found online, she was trying to collect her best evidence to prepare for having to file this I-751 and then prepare for divorce, because her best advice that she was given was that it's best that she files this jointly then later,
even though they'd sort of broken up and she was dating you.
Right. And I had done my own best research on it. And again, your help and everyone else's online that gives this information. It was kind of a mixed bag. So we're trying to get it right at this point. And I'm just wondering how she gets the timeline right going forward.
So first of all, so has anybody filed for divorce?
No, she's in the beginning processes of that, trying to find a lawyer, et cetera. I'm not sure if you guys do that.
No, but I can help her find someone depending on where she is.
Right.
What is the response of the current spouse going to be?
Oh, he's ready to go forward with it. He already had a new girlfriend, and you get it, has children out of wedlock, et cetera. So it's kind of as bad as a situation can be in that sense. And I'm just on cleanup duty, trying to get it to go forward best.
So here's the $1 million question. The person that told her to go ahead and file the jointly filed 751 when her husband had a child out of wedlock was a lawyer or a non-lawyer?
The one was a paralegal. I mean, the whole thing has just been a mess.
You mean a notario?
I believe so. Is it definitely not
a
an attorney
working for a lawyer? You're talking about somebody who's acting like they know immigration law.
Well, guiding them, I guess. That's where she was sent. But yeah, the whole thing was a disaster at the beginning. So I've just been on cleanup duty.
Well, okay. So, do you know when the 751 was filed, were they living together or separately?
They had their names both on the lease, but they had, pretty much gone their separate ways.
Well, see, what I'm mostly concerned about is he's having children with other people during the initial 2-year marriage. They're going to think that whole marriage was fraud.
I agree. Right. So you get it. At this point, I'm just trying to help figure out.
You. I'm just trying to get my mind around all of it. So the important thing with this case is going to be the timeline, right? So I would say, Daniel, that we've moved beyond the era of her getting advice from fake lawyers and notarios and paralegals. She needs an actual lawyer to sit down, help her. I mean, she's going to have some dirt on her hands. Like, we need to clean it up. And so it's almost like, I feel like we need to like back away from that 751. You know what I mean? Like there's a whole lot of stink here, and I don't want it all to land on her. And I appreciate you're trying to help her out, but the fight now is whether the original marriage was even real. That's the real fight.
Correct.
Because if the original marriage wasn't real, the fact that she marries you 2 years from now is irrelevant.
Right. Well, it would be denied, and would they just deny it, and like she would have the chance to resubmit a new package, or no, they would.
No. She should. If I were her, and again, she needs a lawyer, but if we were handling the case, we would get that divorce on file as fast as we can. We would get working on a 751 solo as fast as we can. And then once we feel like we're ready, we'd ask her and her ex to one of them to withdraw the jointly filed 751 and to file a new solo 751. So you get the coverage as much as possible. Does that make sense?
Perfect sense. So it sounds like we should just go forward with you, because you
Yeah.
cannot imagine, but I'm sure you can imagine, the last lawyer that she went to took her for $1,300 and gave her a list of things to get, before this divorce that she had already had. So it's just a joke.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name the state, but it was just all around a bad experience for her.
Well, I appreciate that, but she's going to spend a lot more than $1,300 with us.
Understood, but I'm saying this person couldn't even return a phone call. And when we showed up, instead of this person seeing us, she sent her son in to pretend to be a lawyer. It's very odd.
What state is this? Because there's lots of pretend lawyers running around in your state.
Yeah, I'd rather not say. Just
come on, tell us. Nobody's going to know who you're talking about. What state is it? Come on, Texas, Florida,
Atlanta.
Oh, Georgia. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, Daniel, shoot us an email. Connect us to that woman. We'll try to help her clean up that mess. What a big mess.
And the best email is
info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. It's on the screen right now.
Thanks, Jim. God bless, brother.
See you, buddy. Peace.
Bye.
That was an interesting call. We'll have to add that one to the list of best calls of the week. That was a lot of stuff I wasn't expecting. Sort of like that porn yesterday that I got. What the hell is going on? Ali, hello.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you. So I got my green card based on marriage last month. And I had my asylum pending since 2020. And I was wondering if I could travel outside of US since my asylum case is still pending. And I have my conditional green card based on marriage.
And you're going to any country in the world except the country that you sought asylum from, right?
Right.
Because you're not going to go back to the country that you said you couldn't.
No.
Yeah, and you have a valid passport and everything?
Yes, I do.
Is your spouse going to travel with you or no?
Yes, sir. She would.
I'm okay with all this.
So I don't have to wait to withdraw my asylum case, which is still pending.
So that's interesting. You know what I was thinking you might ask me that you didn't ask me, and I'm thinking about it on my own, and that is, Jim, if I have asylum and I got a conditional green card, should I leave my asylum case on file until I get my 10-year green card, or should I dismiss it? That is the interesting question. Your question's easy. My question's harder. I think that if you have a green card in your hand and a passport, that it's safe for you to travel without withdrawing the asylum case. And I think I would probably leave the asylum case on file until I get my 10-year green card. I think it's a close call. Either way is fine.
Okay, so it's for me going to Mexico by road or by airplane won't be having any issues when I return back to country.
Not as long as there was never any kind of misrepresentation when you came and applied for asylum. As long as everything you always said was true, I can't see a problem with it. I would probably urge you to fly and not drive. But I think I would be okay with this.
All right, that's it.
Bye,
That's
Ali.
the only question I had. Thank
Congrats,
you. Have
buddy.
a good rest of your day.
You too, man. See ya. All right. Oh, looks like Marlene's back. Marlene, I don't know what happened.
Oh, I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry. So my question is this. And we have a tracking number, a FedEx tracking number, and I call FedEx, and FedEx said the package was delivered to 131 Dearborn Street, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, 3rd floor, something like that. So and it was signed.
And that's the right address for the RFE?
Yes. I don't know. It doesn't say on the RFE, it doesn't say no address. It does not say no address.
They almost always do.
No, I don't know why. Because what happened is we have our case online. So we printed out online because we never got the physical letter.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, we never got it. If it wasn't that I have an online account, my husband has an online account, we never even find out about this. So when we went, and even the paralegal, who was the only one who we see all these times, she asked to us if we know the address, and said, no, that's why we're coming here. And So at this point, I tried to contact. I called the lawyer. I emailed the lawyer. They not get back to me. I emailed again today saying that I need the complete copy, copy of my paper that I sent, and I wanted it by tomorrow end of day. That's why I give an ultimatum.
Smart.
And I also I said that I want how much did I pay them and all the contract and everything.
And,
So that
and
was the last thing. Yeah.
do they have proof of delivery?
Yes. They did not call me. They did not email me back, but they called my husband, and they said that immediately without no charge, they're gonna send the I-290B to USCIS again. And they also sent me, they sent to my husband. They never respond to me. They never respond to me.
They USCIS or they the lawyer?
No, the lawyer. They never respond my call or my email. They only contact my husband.
Okay.
After I send the email.
Probably because they're scared of you, Marlene. No offense.
I'm sorry. I'm so upset.
No, okay.
So and they send my husband like a screenshot of the money order. The money order was cash. So how in the world is that possible?
Just to be clear, was this a money order that you gave them or one that they sent?
We gave the lawyer the money order.
Okay.
And they supposed to send. So they sent me a screenshot of where it says that the money order was cash.
And you made the money order. You made the money order out to the Department of Homeland Security.
They supposedly made. I had at this point. No, we get them.
Just for the record, no one should send things to USCIS with a money order. Never send a money order. They're almost impossible to track. But that's not your fault.
Yeah, that's what they asked. That's what they said to us at that.
Okay, so what's the question for me?
So is it possible that the USCIS can cash the money and then they say we didn't receive your package and now we're being denied adjustment of status? Because
here's what I'll say. You have two options right now.
Mm-hmm.
Option one is to take the lawyer up on their offer, which sounds like a very nice offer, of filing a 290B for you for free. Now, I'm suspicious as to why they're offering to do it for free.
That's what exactly I thought.
To me, it might mean that they made a mistake. Like I'll just tell you this: we don't do shit for free around here. If we didn't make the mistake, if USCIS made the mistake, sorry, this sucks. We can fix it, but you're going to have to pay for it, right? Mm-hmm. So that the fact that they're saying I'll do a 290B for you for free, that's telling me that something's not right.
Mm-hmm.
But even if it is, a free offer is a free offer. Now, based on what you've said so far, I don't have a lot of confidence in this lawyer or law firm, right? The fact that you never had a chance to talk to the lawyer, that the paralegal handled everything, that there was this, when did you give the lawyers the stuff and when did they say they delivered it?
We gave them around May 15, and in the tracking delivery it says May 20.
And when was it due?
May 28.
Okay, so it sounds like USCIS made a mistake. So if USCIS made a mistake, I wouldn't do a 290B. And the reason for that is it could take 12 to 18 months to fix. By the way, what was in the RFE? What were they asking for?
Okay, they asking a hardship letter because in January of this year, we received an intent of denial because of misrepresentation. They believe my husband misrepresented himself when he applied for visa back in Colombia before he got here. So we respond to that. Like my husband and I, we put together, we didn't hire a lawyer or anything. We put together all the papers saying this is what happened. We send online these documents. And after that is what we received the request for evidence, which is the hardship letter that I had to do. My son, who is a Marine here, he wrote a letter on behalf of us. Even the priest wrote a letter. Like so many people wrote a letter in behalf of us. Plus, I have a chronic sciatic problem, which is I've been taking steroids for that. And I said, all of these, we work on this like really hard. This lawyer did nothing, and that's what I'm so upset about it. And we spent so much money, like almost all our savings.
Okay, sweetheart. So I'm sorry. So you said that you gave them until 5 o'clock tomorrow to send you the file, right?
Yes.
When you get the complete file, send it to me, and then we'll go from there. I have some ways I think we can fix this. We could sue them. We could threaten to sue them. Which field office is this?
They send this is in New York, in Queens.
In Queens.
Yeah, in Queens, but they send these files all in Illinois
To Chicago.
to Chicago. Yeah.
Okay, so that's good because the U.S. attorney in Chicago is really good to deal with. Let's wait and see what happens tomorrow. Send me the file when you get it. info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com, and then we'll see what we can do.
Okay, I was emailing one of your he was one of your lawyers, I think, because he was the one who actually advised me to send this email to the lawyer, and which is they respond with the calling my husband, and he didn't respond to me.
Right.
So I think at this point I'm gonna have to send another email sending that it's still waiting for my file, because they kind of say, oh, okay, we're gonna call her husband, but we're not gonna send the file to her.
So send that right now. You're right. So send them an email right now and say, I know you got my email because you called my husband, but that's not what I asked for. What I asked for was a complete copy of my file and proof of delivery. I want all of that tomorrow by 5 o'clock, just as I asked.
Okay, I will. So what should I put it on, like the subject, so it's me, like sending this email?
Just say it's me. I'm Mad Marlene, and I was on the show with you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Hang in there.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.
Wow, that was something. I really like being an immigration lawyer. I really like helping people. I think that we do good work here. I think we've got some really kick-ass lawyers and paralegals, and yeah, we make mistakes. Yeah, we make people mad sometimes, but it sure ain't like that around here. What the heck? Money orders and 290Bs for free. That's some sus shit. Somebody said, Julian said, if the lawyer screwed something up and they realize it, aren't they under a professional duty to admit it to the client? Yes, they are. It's called the duty of candor. You're supposed to be honest with your clients. And if you make a mistake, and I've made mistakes, definitely have made mistakes, especially when I was a baby lawyer, right? I'll tell you a quick story. There's a town in Iraq, in the Kurdish part of Iraq, called Zakko. Zakko's up in the northern part of Iraq. And St. Louis, as I might have mentioned, is a refugee resettlement city. So we actually have a lot of people from Iraq, Afghanistan, Bosnia, Somalia, a lot of places where there have been wars, now Ukraine. Anyway, back when you used to do the DS-260 on paper, I had a client come to see me, and he was a little miffed because USCIS had approved his wife's I-130 a couple months back, and he hadn't heard anything from the National Visa Center, and Adela had prepared everything properly for me, and it was underneath something on my desk. I thought we'd sent it, and so he's sitting across the table from me, and I was like, oh shit, there's her DS-260. So I showed it to him and I apologized. We got on the stick, and of course this was back in the old days when things went fast. So we got it all squared away, and that's my friend Mazin. And Mazin, he's probably referred me 20 cases from Zakko. We even got invited to a couple of weddings for when the wife from Zakko made it to the United States. So there's great power in admitting your mistakes. But 290B for free, I should do a video on that because it rhymes too. 290B for free equals sus. Cyan is sus. All right. Luis, what you got? Can't hear you, buddy. Uh-oh. Oh. Luis is out. We'll try to come back to him. Marla's here.
Oh, yes. Hi, it's me, Marla, and this is my husband in England. His name is Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Can you hear him?
Yeah.
He's up late, but I have a pretty simple question. What my question is you need a certain recipe to be a sponsor. Your AGI has to be, I think, about 29,000.
We don't talk about advocacy support on here. It's too boring.
Okay. The other question is about bankruptcy. If either partner has filed a bankruptcy, how would that affect your immigration as far as proving good moral character?
Petitioner or beneficiary?
Say again?
The U.S. citizen or the non-citizen declared bankruptcy?
U.S. citizen, the one that's trying to be the sponsor.
Well, good moral character of the U.S. citizen doesn't really matter. Somebody called me the other day wanting to know if I would handle their case for their husband who's in prison. He's the U.S. citizen. But bankruptcy, there's no good moral character, bankruptcy, all that stuff. The only thing the petitioner, the U.S. citizen, would have to worry about with bankruptcy is whether they qualify as a sponsor. So this person would probably need a co-sponsor.
Oh, so if you were to file, because I was thinking about it, file a bankruptcy, it could cause you not to be approved or denied?
It could cause you to need a co-sponsor.
Okay.
I mean, generally they don't go into that stuff. It's just, have you made enough income? Have you reported it on your taxes? Do you qualify? That's really the main question.
Mm-hmm.
A bankruptcy wouldn't really play into it. They don't ask, have you ever been in bankruptcy? If your bankruptcy was 12 years ago and you've been making enough money the last 3 years, then I don't see really how it even comes up.
Okay. Yeah, because I was wondering, what if you are about to file a bankruptcy? Would that cause a problem? Yeah, that was what I was wondering. And what about, do they check your credit score?
Mm-mm.
No.
Not to my knowledge.
Alrighty. That was all. Pretty simple.
All right. See ya.
Bye-bye.
All right. Hi, Jim. Does your firm do filing for EB-1As or NIWs? Yes, we do. In fact, we've filed just a couple in the last week or two. Yeah, so for sure we do those. But remember the title of my video, which is your NIW is probably a loser, because I think there's too many people making too many big promises about national interest waivers. Certainly happy to discuss it, but a lot of people overpromise on that, and they sort of take advantage of people who either don't want to find an employer or something like that. Kentisha's here. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. I have a couple questions, just maybe like 4 questions, but thankfully I wrote them down so I don't forget. So on the website, like 2 days ago, on my portal with my husband, it said that we had 5 weeks, and now like 2 days later, it says we have 4 weeks. Is that portal like really up to date and like accurate? Because I know they've been doing like a lot of tweaking on it, because like every other week they saying, they're gonna be closed down for work, Is it, should we follow that or no?
I don't believe anything they say until the person has their green card or their visa in hand. Everything else is just made up, them trying. I've had people say, Jim, I got a 2-month countdown, 2 months, 6 weeks, 4 weeks, 2 weeks, and then they push it back 5 months. So I don't believe any of that stuff.
Yeah, we actually went through the same thing. Like we actually ran out of time, and for like 3 months, it was nothing on there. Then I think I had to add something on there, and then we had another 5 months.
Yeah. I don't put much stock in that. I don't think they're purposely lying. I just think it's completely inaccurate. And every case is different. That's just like an estimate based on your priority date. That's nothing about your case.
Okay. And then also, the portal also says something about an ATA and something about an I-134A. I wasn't for sure if that was pertaining to me, since my husband is West African. He's Gambian.
Is he in Gambia?
Yes, sir.
And you're still at the USCIS stage, right?
Yes, sir.
So and is this a fiance case or a spouse case?
A spouse. We've been married going on a year now.
That's weird. They'd be asking about a 134. That probably doesn't apply to you. I wouldn't worry about that.
Well, it wasn't directed to me. It was like one of those pop-ups, with the exclamation mark. And it was just like, hey, wanting everybody to read it. And so when I read it, I kind of panicked a little bit because I only filed the I-130 and I filed the I-130A together at the same time.
And you did it exactly right. That's all you need to do. You're good.
Okay. All right, great. Okay, good. That makes me feel good. Okay, so as of 9/27, it makes 1 year that we have filed. Should we be worried? Because they haven't asked us for any information at all. I submitted over 100, almost like 150 documents, to boost our case or whatever. Like I feel like I did everything that I can do, without being a lawyer and without knowing the actual law of it. I've done everything, and I don't know what to do at this point.
Sounds like you're doing great. And what I've been telling everybody right now on I-130s with the spouse being away is 14. Well, 12.
Okay.
So I think you probably have about 2 more months to go.
Okay. All right. And worst case scenario, if my husband and I, decide to move further, because the last time we talked, you said that you can pretty much take him to court and sue him.
Yeah.
If we decide to go that route, I don't know if you can talk about pricing, or maybe if we can talk, separately.
No, it's
But
$5,000, and
okay.
there's a $405 filing fee. So I would say if you get past 15 months, then call me back and we sue them. Hopefully you won't need to.
Yeah. Hopefully not, because I was thinking that since they haven't asked for any information, I guess they have more than enough information that they can use, possibly.
Or they haven't looked at your case since the day it got there, which I think is more likely.
Yeah, well, I actually talked to somebody. It was so hard, but I actually spoke to someone, and surprisingly, the day that I spoke to them, they said that someone was actually in my case file at that moment. But this was like 2 months ago.
Yeah. I mean,
and so we haven't heard nothing since then.
Has your spouse ever been married before?
No, never been married. He doesn't have no felonies. He don't have,
has he ever applied for a visa to come to the United States?
Well, we initially applied for him to come as a visitor, but that one was denied. And so after that, that's when I was like, well, you know what? Because we wanted to get married. And so I was like, well, you know what? I'll just come over there and we can just get married. And then we can just try to, do it like this way. Instead of trying to get you here, we get married and didn't have to change the status and all of that. I just went over there and we got married.
How long after he applied? How long after he applied for the visit visa did you go get married?
It might have been like 6 or 7 months afterwards. It wasn't like immediately afterwards, but yeah, it was more than 3 months for sure. I don't know exactly, but it was more than 90 days.
Can I tell you something that hopefully won't freak you out? Can I tell you something that I've been thinking about lately that sort of impacts this, but I don't want you to get worried, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I've been an immigration lawyer for 16 years. No, yeah, 16 years now. And throughout that time, for 15 and a half years, I've seen that, hey, let's try the visit visa route. Then it doesn't work. Then we get married and then we do the I-130, right? And I've seen that many hundreds of times. I've seen that. And I've never worried about it. I've never had the embassy say, oh, he tried to come on a visit visa and trick us, but really he wanted to get married, right? I've never seen them say that in the whole 16 years I've been doing immigration law until last week. It only happened in one case, so I don't think it's going to happen to you. I don't think you need to worry about it, but I'm just telling everybody who's watching that you need to start probably being a little bit more careful about trying that visit visa just to see if you get it when we plan to get married. You had 6 months after. Like I said, this has never come up before, but we've seen the first case in the office where they're claiming that was a misrepresentation and required a waiver. So again, I don't think that's going to apply to you. I just use this as a teaching lesson for everybody else.
Yes, sir. And I appreciate that. There's definitely something to know and something to think about too. But like when we applied for the visiting visa, we actually went through Gambia embassy. I mean, not Gambia, Banjul. We went through the embassy in Banjul. And they're the ones that denied it. Like he actually went to court and everything, and the magistrate told him like, hey, no, we're not doing it. So then that's when, like I said, after that. But once we applied for the I-130, we actually going through Senegal, because like in Gambia, that's like Senegambia. So you basically have a choice to go to either or. And so we decided to go through another embassy, with the I-130. So, like, I mean, would that basically be the same thing, or?
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I think you're good. Just keep chilling. You got about a
Yes,
month
sir.
and a half, 2 months, Kantisha.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I
Have a good
appreciate
day.
that.
Yep.
All
See
right,
ya.
you too.
Okay, bye. All right. That was a good call. Raylan is here. Hello, Raylan. You're on mute.
Hello, how are you?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I have a question. If I was on a J1 visa and I left the USA because of a death in my family, is it possible to enter the USA again?
Why did you leave? How long were you supposed to be in the United States on your J1?
Um, from December 2022 to I think November 2025. That's when the visa expires.
Right. What were you coming to do? Like get a degree?
No, it was a study and a cultural exchange visa.
Okay. And so how long did you stay in the United States?
I entered in December 2022 and I left in October 2023.
Why?
Um, due to my granny's passing.
Because your granny passed away.
Yes.
And then you didn't come back?
No.
And what do you want to do now?
I want to go back to the USA.
What's up with the program that you were in?
I was an au pair. That's what they call it.
An au pair?
Yeah.
So you're gonna like work with a family?
Mm-hmm.
But what happened to that family? What happened to the job and everything? Was it bad?
No, I just had to leave because nothing was wrong with the family. It's just that my granny was passing away.
So J1s you have to get through an agency, right?
Yes.
Have you checked with the agency to see what they say about whether they're willing to? I don't think you can just get on a plane and come back. I think you have to check in with the agency and see what they want to do. They might have withdrawn whatever paperwork they had submitted for you. I don't know. We don't J1s because you have to go through those agencies. We don't handle the nuts and bolts of those. I know how to deal with a J1 after somebody's here, but we don't get that involved in like helping people get J1s or maintaining J1s. So I think you really need to check with the school, the agency and see what they say.
Okay. And if I have family in the USA, can they sponsor me to come back to the USA? What can I do in that situation?
Well, what kind of family?
I would say very far family.
Yeah, so very far family, probably not, right? So if you had a mother or father or a child or a sibling, that's it. But like distant cousins can't do anything for you.
Okay. And if I had to get in contact with a job in the United States, can they sponsor my visa to go and work there?
You mean a totally different kind of non-J visa?
Yeah.
What would the job be?
I'm not really sure.
So So it's hard to find an employer in the United States to spend all the money to sponsor you for an immigrant visa for work just because they rather just put up an ad and hire somebody in America. So to bring you to the United States on a work visa would be a lot more expensive, and most companies won't do that. But if you want to get a temporary work visa for like 6 years, it needs to be in a specialty occupation, right? It needs to be in something that requires a specific degree and has to be something like a specified field of study. If you want to do an employment-based green card, that takes like 3 or 4 years, and that can be for any job. But like I said, that's going to cost the employer $5,000 to $7,000, and they have to wait 4 years. So I'm not seeing it.
Okay. And if I wanted to apply for a visiting visa, when I was in the USA, I was supposed to pay tax. And I never ended up paying tax because of the way I left. I had to leave so quickly. I had to pack everything up and leave. If I apply now for a visiting visa with me not paying tax when I was there because I never had the time, will that hinder me getting a visitor visa or any other visa?
Well, remember, most visit visas are denied. Number two, you're sort of telegraphing that you really, really want to come back to the United States. And when they feel that, they don't give visas. The fact that you have outstanding debts in the United States, which you can pay with a credit card over the internet, that would also hurt you. So I think you got some strikes against you.
Okay. And a B2 visa?
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh. Okay.
Thanks, Raylan.
Okay. Thank
Good
you.
luck. See ya. Yep, for sure. All right, all right. There was somebody here. It was Luis. Luis got cut off. Are you there, buddy?
Hi, good. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hi, how's it going?
Great.
Thank you. And thank you for doing this, by the way.
Sure.
So I had a couple questions. First of all, I just want to let you know I'm actually a DACA recipient. I've
Awesome.
been renewing for over 10 years now.
Thank you, President Obama. Yes.
Yeah, and then I did do advanced parole.
Great. My favorite. Oh my God. Luis has got to pay his phone bill. That's the second time he bounced off. What the hell is going on? Poor Luis. We might have to like get him a rotary phone or some shit. All right. Oh, wait, there he is. Luis, what's going Oh, what? Oh, what?
Hello?
Hi, buddy. I'm here. Can
Hello?
you hear me? Yeah, we got you. What's wrong with your phone, man?
Hello?
Hello? That shit ain't working. N400, quick question. Hello.
Hey, team. How's it going?
Great. How are you doing?
Good, good. Yeah, I just have a quick question. So I applied for my N400 about a month ago. Fortunately, about a few days ago, I lost my job. That includes also my health insurance. Will that affect my N400 in any way?
Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
Not having I'm trying to get obviously a new job or any health insurance, but just wondering if it's gonna affect, as well as if I apply for unemployment, will that also affect it?
No, dude, you've been paying for unemployment. You get to take advantage of it. You could be a pauper or a prince. You could be a street sweeper or a millionaire to become a U.S. citizen. Once you've got that green card, you're good to go.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. That was all.
Good luck, buddy. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hope you find a job real soon.
I hope so too. Thank you.
Yep. Priyanka is here. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, Jim. Sorry, I can remove my glasses. Good evening. Hope you're doing good.
I'm doing great.
And I'm calling regarding I'm on a temporary conditional green card.
Temporary conditional green card. Okay.
Yes, it got approved. I came to United States on K1 visa in December, and I got my 2-year conditional green card.
Great.
In June, and I got a new job, and I moved to Michigan. I also informed USCIS by AR11 that I moved from Alabama to Michigan. Currently, my husband is in Alabama. He will be joining me shortly in September because he's also looking for jobs. Will that affect my 10-year green card?
No.
Okay.
How long will you be separated?
1 week now.
Oh, but total, how long will it be?
It will be like 1.5 months to 2 months.
Okay, so other than that, you're living together, you have a shared life together. During the 1.5 months, you'll still go see each other and all that stuff.
During this 1.5 month, I don't think we are going to see each other, but the current apartment that I'm leasing in Michigan is actually, we both are under the rental agreement and also with the utilities. And my husband also co-signed the car deed. We are on the same car deed as well.
If I asked you to see each other once or twice during the 1.5 months, would you be willing to do that?
Of course, of course.
Okay,
but I think it's because of the work. I cannot go because I have to be in person. I just recently started my job.
Sure.
But my husband can come join me. I don't have any issues. We are very good in a healthy relationship.
So that's great. The only other thing I would add, it's not, you asked me, is it going to affect my green card? I'd say no. But when the time comes to apply for citizenship, if you've lived apart for 6 or 8 weeks, then I would wait 3 years and 6 or 8 weeks to apply for citizenship, so that you have the full 3 years of living together if you're applying under the 3-year rule.
Okay. And also, my job currently wants me to go to Sweden on a business trip for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Is it okay? I can travel to outside US on conditional green card.
Yeah, sure.
While coming back, I can also prove I have a letter from HR saying that this is a business trip, and I also have all the utility bills because my husband is currently staying in Alabama. He's also having utility bills and rental agreement on both of our names. Actually, will that be a good evidence for Border Patrol?
I think you're fine. Yep.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jim.
Good luck, Priyanka. Good seeing you.
Yeah, good seeing you too.
All right, Shell's Mill spouse. Hello. I'm going a little long today, people. Go ahead.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
Good. Can you please take me off camera?
Done.
Thank you. So I thank you so much for always informing us as immigrants
Sure.
with your videos. So I have a quick question. I'm a military spouse. Long story. I had TPS. And under the Trump administration, I don't know if you remember, he did the whole thing where if you travel on the TPS, then you couldn't like adjust your status that way, but then it was reversed. So I had applied for military PIP.
Yeah.
Finally got it through North Carolina, because that's where my husband was stationed. That's where we lived or whatever.
Yeah.
And now we moved to Maryland. So I said everything. I literally said everything that they asked for. No lawyer, nothing. So the quick question was, so they finally approved my work permit because I did the concurrent application with the I-130, I-130A, IA-64, 765, and I sent the medical exam as well. And thank God, I didn't have to pay for that because I went through the military base. Thank goodness I didn't have to pay for that. So I'm thankful for that. They've approved my work permit on the 11th, actually, but I'm a little confused by the timeline with the petition for alien relative that says 12 months, and then my adjustment status that says 3 more months pending. So I'm a little confused. Why it doesn't make sense that the work permit is approved first, and I would think that most people get a combo card or something at the same time. So I'm just a little confused. Like, is the timeline? Should I even pay attention to the timeline being correct or anything?
No.
No.
What's
Okay.
the receipt date for the I-130 and the 45?
Let me.
Roughly.
So, you mean when they actually received it?
Yeah. What's the receipt? How long have they had the cases?
Okay, so I sent everything overnight. So I sent it June 17th. I actually got the receipt date the next day, the 18th.
Of 24?
Yes, of this year.
Well, so that's great. You got that work card fast. Your green card is probably going to take about a year. It might go fast, but I mean, you have a complicated immigration history. They're gonna have 2 files on their desk. They're gonna have Shell's file on the desk, and then they're gonna have Mary's file on the desk. Mary's gonna have a nice, clean, no TPS, no advanced parole, no nothing, and then they're gonna have yours. So they're just gonna work on hers because it's easier. So I don't think your case is gonna go particularly fast.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay, so they actually gave me the work permit for 5 years as well.
That's good.
Okay, so I shouldn't be worried about anything. Okay.
You should be happy you got your work card so fast.
Right. Thank God. Yeah. Thank you, Jim. I really
All right.
appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. We're going long, like I said. Should we give Luis one more shot? I think we should. Let's see what Luis is going on. Luis.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. Can you put that phone on Do Not Disturb? What the heck? What's going on?
I guess to get to my questions.
DACA and advanced parole.
Yeah, DACA, I've done advanced parole. I was wondering if there's any way for me to adjust status other than a marriage.
Well, what were you thinking?
I don't really have anything else besides I've been working here. I've been here all my life. There isn't anything really that I know that I can move forward on. I know that the executive order from Biden recently it
Oh my God. That's it for Luis. I can't believe it. That's like 4 times. Natasha, hello.
Hello, how are you, Jim?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Good. So, me and my husband, we're at the end of our like the medical, everything got sent to the courier service in Jamaica. At his medical interview, he told the medical examiner the last time he smoked weed was 2 years ago, which it has been over 2 years since he smoked weed. But they came back and called him an addict. Is there any way to go around the 1 year ban, or does he actually have to like go through it, or is there like a something we can do to get around it?
He has to go through the protocol.
The whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a child as well, and his is stuck in limbo. Will he have to wait as well, or will he probably come over first?
That's a good question. I think each embassy might handle it a little bit differently. How old's the kid?
Okay. He's 5.
Yeah, I think they would wait until the husband.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
all.
Thanks,
All right.
Natasha.
Thank you.
Good luck. Luis says, I quit. I'll try again some other day. My uncle keeps calling. Tio, quit calling, man. I'm trying to talk to Jim. What the hell? Hi, Josephine.
Hi, thank you so much for doing this, and thank you for putting me on here.
Sure.
Right now, I have a marriage-based case. I filed the 130 1 year ago, but I also have a removal order that's administratively closed since 2014 by the BIA. I've been waiting and waiting for the 130 to be approved. It's been 14 months now, but they just increased the processing time even more. And I already tried to get a congressman to inquire about it, but they also got the same generic response from USCIS. I'm concerned about the presidential election. In case Trump wins, I know that it'll be harder to get my removal order terminated. So I was wondering if I should just try to recalendar the case, at least with the BIA, even with the I-30 130 still pending, just so that I can get in line, essentially, because I know BIA takes a long time too.
So what I would do is
Mhm.
I would sue them to get a decision on the I-130.
Mhm.
And then I'd run to the immigration court, the BIA, and try to get them to set aside the deportation order and
Mhm.
then adjust with the green card with USCIS. And I would do that like tomorrow.
Would you recommend doing the recalendering and termination right at BIA, or just recalendar and then terminate at a lower court? Like, it was because my removal order came from the Los Angeles court, but it was administratively closed by the BIA.
I honestly don't know the answer to your question. I would just figure it out and do it wherever it's best. I don't know the answer to that.
Okay, because I was basing it off of the matter of Coronado Acevedo, where it gave BIA the ability to terminate cases if it, yeah,
Frankly, what I would do, Josephine, is I'd probably try both.
try both.
Yeah,
You can submit both motions at the same time.
I think I would.
Okay. So just one motion that's for just recalendering, and then another motion that is recalendering and terminating. If the BIA denies the termination right then and there, then I would have to appeal, or
I don't know that you could appeal. I think you just have to keep banging on them to do it.
okay. So, but you would
But nothing happens without an approved I-130.
I know. So another method I was thinking of is trying to apply for the 485. I know that it will be admin closed until UCS has jurisdiction.
Actually, you don't know that. You'd hope that, but you don't know that. They could receipt it and throw it in the trash. So that admin closing on 485s is sort of discretionary, and I've seen all different things happen.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing that to get the 130 moving along, but yeah, it's risky.
If you had a green card interview, what field office is closest to you?
I believe San Bernardino.
Yeah, so I just assume.
Just
They're not going to mess around with that I-130. They're just going to prove it.
okay. They're currently, it says it's currently at the Nebraska Service Center.
Oh, that's even better. Sue them there because the U.S. attorney there's really nice.
Okay. And you said it's 5,000, and then the filing fee is 405.
Correct.
Okay. And do you by any chance know, I'm a DACA recipient and I applied for advanced parole.
Yeah.
I'm planning to get the document approved in November, but
Wait.
Mhm.
Did you go on advance parole and come back, or you haven't done that?
I haven't done that, but I do have legal entry. So
Okay.
yeah, I was just wondering if I filed the motion to recalendar, am I still allowed to travel under DACA because the AP is under DACA?
We're not leaving until we get our green card. How'd you get a removal order? Was it in absentia when you were a kid?
I honestly don't remember. My mom applied for asylum. It got denied multiple times, so then she appealed multiple times until it went up to the Ninth Circuit, and then the BIA admin closed it.
Have you FOIA'd all that stuff? Do you have the whole file?
Yes, I have the BIA order closing the case.
So, but just to be clear, you were ordered deported when you were a minor, just under your mom's case.
Voluntary departure, yes.
Yeah, they should set that aside. You didn't do anything wrong.
I know. And oh yeah, sorry. My mom has her green card already now, so I'm hoping that makes a stronger case too.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
All right, everybody. Oh, wait a minute. I was going to end the show, but I can't because we've got a friend of the show here. He's gonna close us out. Calling all the way from Yuma, Arizona. It's our friend Umaru. How you doing, bud?
Hey, good, Jim. How you doing?
I'm great.
Okay, really quickly, I have 4 kids, all under 18. They're in Nigeria.
Yep.
I hope they get here, hopefully soon. When they get here, do I need to file the N600 for them or just the U.S. passport?
Well, my position on that is
N600.
Yeah, because you never know down the road if they're going to really, really need to show that there might be some weird reason they marry someone overseas back in Nigeria or whatever. I just think, I know it's expensive. It's ridiculously expensive. Maybe just do one a year. You don't have to do them all at once. But I think it'd be a great gift from you to give to them to do it.
So get the U.S. passports and do the N600 as well, or
You definitely do U.S. passports for everybody.
Okay.
And then do the citizenship, then 600 after, which is when you get some money.
So 1 year is fine, as you said.
That's what I would do. Start with the oldest. Yep.
All right, appreciate you, Jim.
See you, buddy. All right. On that happy note, our good friend Umaru, always good to see him. Good to see Donna showing up, even though, let's see. She says, this isn't good. Jim, if you were in Jamaica now, you'd be roasting hot. I do not like being hot. I was just telling people that I turn on the air conditioner just so I can wear my hoodie. I like living like it's Minnesota. All right. Is Julie still here? I didn't tell her I was going long. She's still here. All right. We'll be back tomorrow. We did an extra long show. How about that? Tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central. 3 p.m. Central. Tomorrow night, we're hosting. I'll probably go long tomorrow, too. Big up, Donna. Tomorrow, maybe we'll go long, too. We have 3 law students who are just about to start law school are coming over to meet us at the firm and have dinner. So that'll be fun. That's a little later. So maybe I'll go a little long tomorrow, too. The thing is, like, when I was a softball coach or baseball coach, the kids always got really good at the end of the season. Then the season ended, right? And so I always feel like that about the show. Like, just when we get rolling, then it's time for the show to end. So maybe we do a couple longer shows a week. I don't know. It's all good. Today I was supposed to work on my slides for my Trump Project 2025 immigration stuff that I'm working on, and I didn't do that. So I'll have to do that tomorrow. And hopefully I'll record that video. Maho's on me to record some videos. So I hope you all have a great night. We'll be back tomorrow. Try to stay cool if you can, Donna and everybody else. Hello, Ryan and everybody, all the other yardies. Everybody else, Lindy, have a good night. And thanks to Umaru and everybody else for coming on. Do we ever have an open house? Yeah, that'd be fun. We should have an open house. That's a great idea. I love parties. All right. Bye, guys. I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of disease. That was fun.
Hi, boss.
Oh, I didn't.
How are you?